Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's get you up to Nashville and Nissan Stadium. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 20 carries, 94 yards. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Let's go, let's go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Mayfield now from the 50. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And a look now at the starting offense for the Browns.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. Mayfield looks to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. They'll have a former Heisman Trophy winner calling the shots, hailing from the island of Oahu in Hawaii, Marcus Mariota.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. 7 yards there and a first down. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort. 5 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Browns. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Mariota. He'll hit his tight end, Walker. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mariota throwing complete there to Walker, and they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Lewis, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. On third down, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Passer defense.
They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. These two teams all tied after one. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield now. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got it. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Lewis. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing on second and long. Mariota. And Walker has it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Mariota to throw it.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down. One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. Joel Bitonio, one of the steals of the 14 draft, the culprit there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, Chubb. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield got an open man. It's Ratley. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Dion Lewis getting set to go again here with his guys on offense. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From the gun, Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Mayfield now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll give it to Chubb. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And it's 2nd down.
Alert, alert. 3 down.
A 2nd down throw here for Mariota. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now a timeout called for by the offense. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Again, it's Lewis. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Third and short yardage. Mariota. He finds Humphreys. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Check 53, Mike.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Now Lewis here on first down. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be a second and long.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. It's just me and you.
A second down run with Lewis. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run.
56 is Mike. Here we go.
On third down, Mariota looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, Let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
To throw, Mayfield. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it, and a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. From the shotgun, it's Mariota toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, but it'll be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mariota to Lewis on the draw. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Taylor Lewan, the former first-rounder from Michigan, flag there. On 2nd down now, it's Lewis, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing, Mariota. It's caught, Humphreys. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far. A little juke, fighting through. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
7 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw Mariota. It's caught by Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. It's our time. It's our time.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
He wasn't ready.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Browns' 25-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Barnes. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from 1st down. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Complete. This is Lewis. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
We played to win. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They run it again with Chubb. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Nick Chubb on the carry.
Single. I got a single in the slot. Check number 6. Check number 6.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mariota, and he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. He gets it to Humphreys. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. A draw play here, Lewis. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota completes it to Davis. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that'll be marked down as their 1st sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the 1st half. But now they've gotten their 1st sack here in the 2nd half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
After the sack on 1st down, Mariota, and the pressure gets to him again. Sione Takitaki in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Now Mariota. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Well, just kicking a field goal there, that's a decision that could be open to second guessing. You know, you're trying to get back within a field goal, but it didn't work out as planned.
And now you're banking on your defense to be motivated enough to get out there and get the ball back for you. I think if that ball goes through the post, the defense is naturally motivated, even elevated in their mission. Now they've got to find a way to dig down deep and get it done.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota, he's got Lewis. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mariota. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll run it with Johnson. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard, 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And his pass incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
All right, let's discuss Dion Lewis as he gets set to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw, and Walker has it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Mariota to throw. Gosh, given the time and the short, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Browns. Down 20-17, a minute 36 to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Ratley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll look to throw, and he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Here's Austin Seibert now for the Browns field goal. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Here's Seibert for the Browns field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right down the middle. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And we have free football. Overtime, here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, If the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. He was looking for Landry that time. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And Delaney Walker now getting set to go again. And partner, the defense, they were keyed in on him early, but his talent shining through as of late.
I like what you said about keyed in because it all started in their first meeting of game planning for this game, where they went over things with their team and said, all right, this is the guy we have to take out of the game. Make sure you get enough coverage on him, all the different defenses. Sometimes you run everything you've got in the first half, and they adjust in the second half and start to play better.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mariota. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Jannard Avery able to get him for a loss of about 3. To throw is Mariota. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because...
And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tennessee, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.